Would you rather Geno Smith edition?
Here we go. Are you ready? Would you rather Geno Smith edition? I already have names written down, so don't worry.
Oh, you do.
All right, let's start with would you rather. And okay, but before we get there, because I don't want people to I know the comment section can get a little wild. Let's talk about our requirements here. Are we talking about on current contracts and current age for the future, correct?
Right, going forward.
And their current contracts.
Oh, God, that's so hard to put in line because, I would rather have Geno almost on any given this contract. But this is with expectations of what he might sign next year.
Yes. How about that? There you go.
Okay. If he continues like this.
Dak Prescott or Geno Smith?
All right, Dak Prescott.
I disagree. I think I love it. Well, first of all, I've always thought Dak Prescott is extremely overrated and he's extremely overpaid. We saw it this week. He's back from injury. Didn't look that great. The reason I'd say moving forward, Geno Smith, you'll probably get Geno Smith at half the price of Dak Prescott. Okay,
that's right. Even if he re-signs in the offseason,
Dak gets $40 million a year. You can get DK maybe you can get Geno Smith for like 10, 15, and he's just as good of a quarterback.
And they're only three. You know what? I'm gonna go back on that. I'll take Geno Smith. I actually thought Dak was like 25, 26, 27. He's 29 years old. He's not that young. It's only a 3-year difference.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah,
the Geno Smith situation's very
in my head. Like Dak was 26.
Yeah, he's not. Here's a young guy for you.
All right.
Would you rather Geno Smith or Kyler Murray?
Oh, Kyler Murray.
Okay, I would go Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Kyler's a generational talent. I mean, God, he's so erratic, but the ceiling is a lot higher than Geno Smith.
Yeah, this one doesn't need explanation. I was just testing the water.
Okay.
All right. Geno Smith, this is probably the best comparison right now. Geno Smith or Marcus Mariota?
Oh, Geno Smith.
Okay, you hate Marcus Mariota and Oregon Ducks, but in general, that is a good comparison of like a very solid low-level starting quarterback. If Geno was to ever level out, he'd probably be Marcus Mariota.
Okay, that's fair, but I'm going to go with... I guess I'm thinking in my head, I know what Marcus Mariota's ceiling is. I don't know if we've seen Geno's ceiling yet,
Jesus
so I'm going...
Christ, he's not going to be Tom Brady.
No, of course not.
Geno
of course
Smith
not, but yeah.
I am. Okay, Geno Smith or Jared Goff?
God, we've seen Jared Goff make a Super Bowl.
I'm going Geno Smith. And the reason is I just saw Jared Goff for the last 3 weeks just absolutely shit the bed in Detroit. He does get paid way too much.
Yeah, he gets paid a lot.
I don't think he can he doesn't have the it factor that Geno Smith does. And I know that sounds corny because Geno's been a career backup, but you've seen these last couple of weeks. He has some it factor on his legs, on his attitude, the way the team rallies around him. So I'm going Geno.
I'm going to go Geno as well because I think if you throw Jared Goff in this team right now, our record would not be 4-3. It'd be closer to 2-5.
I agree. Okay, there you go. Geno Smith or Derek Carr?
Derek Carr.
Me too. Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is very underrated.
Me too. I think he's one of the most underrated quarterbacks of this generation.
Geno Smith or Matt Stafford? Now, before you even answer that, remember Matt Stafford's on like a $150 million contract, and he's been god awful this year, and we're actually beating them in the division. They have way more talent on their team, so just keep that in mind.
Okay, I'm gonna go Matt.
Stafford's older.
Yeah, Matt Stafford's Russell Wilson's age exactly, 34, right? This one's so hard, but I know I'm gonna go Matt Stafford, but barely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Matt.
I mean, not barely. I'm calling this fair. Matt Stafford was Super Bowl quarterback last year. It's Matt Stafford.
Yeah, it's Matt Stafford. Now, the only reason the Matt Stafford one's hard is because we just saw him kind of collapse this year so far. Now, I think Matt Stafford's the lowest of low for his career right now, and Geno's probably playing at the highest he's ever going to play right now. They're both anomalies right now, I feel right? Geno's playing almost too good for who he is, and Stafford's playing too bad for who he is. So
absolutely,
that's a tough one. Kirk Cousins or Geno Smith?
Both of these quarterbacks are playing at the highest level I've ever seen them play this year.
It's got to be Kirk, right? It's Kirk.
But it's going to be Kirk Cousins. We've seen him do it before. I just want to see Kirk Cousins' age. He's 34 as well, 2 years. Yeah, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, it's Kirk Cousins. Russell Wilson or Geno Smith?
I mean, this one's easy for me. It has to be Geno Smith. When you're paying $250 million for that clown show, that's what you get.
Corn show.
Remember, yesterday I came in. You're like, "Why is Seahawks good?" I'm like, "Because I got rid of the clown show."
You did say it. He got rid of the clown show, and I was like, this guy really hates Russell Wilson. It is. It is. It seems like it's a clown show out there, and so it's happening in Denver. So God bless them. Tua Tagovailoa or Geno Smith.
Actually, both of them are playing very high level football right now. I think Geno's third in passer rating and Tua's fourth in passer rating in the NFL right now. It is Tua. He was a higher draft pick. He's younger, but that's an interesting one.
Okay, I got another young guy for you who's starting to play a lot better. Is Daniel Jones or Geno Smith?
Both.
We'll find out this weekend.
Yeah, we both play for the New York Giants. Another revenge game for Geno Smith this weekend.
It's not a revenge game when you didn't really play for the team. The guy was like a backup for one season.
What do you mean? He's the one who ended Eli Manning's start streak. Remember that?
Yeah, okay, but the guy is not like, he didn't like play for the New York Giants.
I'm going with Geno Smith over Daniel Jones. I think Daboll's really doing a good job of hiding some deficiencies in Daniel Jones.
I'm going Daniel Jones just because he's like 25 and
okay,
they're 6-1, and the guy is the most underrated running quarterback in the NFL. So weirdly enough,
I know because he's white. I mean, no one expects a white guy to run around.
That's not the reason. That's not the reason. You're wrong. Like Baker Mayfield looks like a guy that might be able to run, even though he can't. Like Johnny Manziel could run. I wasn't shocked because he's white. Daniel Jones literally looks like an insurance salesman. Like his body type. Have you seen his pregame outfits? It's
He literally looks like he's going to literally, like you said, sell you insurance.
Yeah, like he's wearing like a blue collared shirt with brown slacks and like walking in with no fade haircut, no swag at all, just going to work. So it's like you wouldn't expect, of course, because he's white also, but like the type of white he is. He's just American white. I work as
right. It's like it reminds me of when Alex Smith was the second leading quarterback rusher in the NFL after Cam Newton. It was like, it doesn't look like you should be leading.
Fair, but Alex Smith probably has 10 times more swag than
yes.
Daniel.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's why it's shocking.
We never got to the one I've been comparing. Are we going to get to Ryan Tannehill soon?
Can we hold on? I got a list here. We have. Would you rather Geno Smith or Jimmy Garoppolo? That's a tough. This is as close as it gets to. This is almost as close as it gets to. Because hear me out. What did Jimmy Garoppolo sign this year?
Like a 2-year, $20 million contract.
Yeah, $10 million a year. I think that's exactly what Geno Smith will get if he plays this way the rest of the year. He'll get a 2-year, $20 million contract with the Seattle Seahawks. They are maybe the exact same situation.
Yeah. Garoppolo's 2 years younger. Here's the thing. Before the season, I wanted the Seahawks to go get Jimmy Garoppolo, right? But watching Jimmy Garoppolo and Geno Smith right now play, if the 49ers called and said, we'll give you Garoppolo for Geno Smith right now,
we'd say
I think we'd hang up the phone.
We would hang up the phone, right? Guaranteed. There's a couple reasons. One, Geno is making like $1.1 million this year. And you don't have to, with Garoppolo, you're committed for next year too. We don't have to commit to Geno yet, which is actually a big benefit, right? Like the Seahawks, if he keeps playing good, great, we commit to him. If he doesn't, we're at no loss here, right? So they wouldn't switch places.
House money right now.
It is. So that's Geno Smith. I agree. And the Seahawks have good weapons, but I mean, goddamn, the 49ers have like some of the best offensive linemen in football. George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and now Christian McCaffrey. Like the fact that Geno's outplaying Jimmy G it should be Geno. Like that's the answer. Okay, last one, George, which is, would you rather Geno Smith or Ryan Tannehill?
All right, this one is the one I'm excited for. I'm gonna go Geno Smith. Barely. I think that's who he is. I think he can level off at the Ryan Tannehill level. That's good enough to be a playoff quarterback, go on a run. We've seen the Titans go to an AFC championship game and lose. If Geno Smith is playing at his best for a full, year, 2 years, 3 years, it's Ryan Tannehill level. But I'm going to go with Geno Smith right now, just barely. But yeah, that's who he is. Because I think he's much younger than Tannehill. I think Tannehill's like sneaky old, right?
I think he's like 34.
34, yeah. Not much younger. Yeah, it's 34.
Every quarterback in the NFL is 34. Right?
Yeah, I mean, is there a quarterback that's not 34? Everyone I read, I'm like, he's 34.
Kirk Cousins is 34. Russell Wilson, Matt Stafford, Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill. They're all like 34. It's just that era, that age. They're either like 25, or 34, or the two guys that are in their 40s.
I mean, there's like that gap between, they don't have a great quarterback in between, and that's where Geno Smith comes in.
Yeah, the 30-year-old, 32-year-old. That's really good. The GOAT 32-year-old. Okay, so it sounds like I obviously left off the Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen's, Joe Burrows of the world, the obvious ones. But based on what we're saying, like Geno Smith can fall roughly at the like 12th to 15th best quarterback in the NFL right now for who you would want with future, with contract, with everything. Like who would we replace spots with? There's probably only 8 to 10 quarterbacks the Seahawks would say, yeah, we'll swap them. Like, and those are some of the top ones, and then maybe a couple young ones like Tua,
Trevor Lawrence.
I know